Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to our first live stream on haps.tv. We are going to show you uh, a relaxing stroll along the river Moscow in, well, like the name says, in Moscow itself. And I here have Anatoly here. Let me bring him in. Hello, Anatoly. How are you today?
Hello, I'm good, but I'm not sure that it is working because I hear music.
Yeah,
Probably it is on the pause.
it started my counter again. Why is it not going away?
Now it's okay.
Okay, now they can see you.
Okay.
I don't know how to turn that off. Well, Haps, sorry about that. Haps is still in beta, so not everything works the way it should be. And now let me try to bring in myself again in a little tiny window. Hopefully that works. Um, Now it starts the broadcast again. I don't know why. Sorry about that. How can I actually get rid of that countdown thingy? So we probably, I don't know, why is it not working? And it starts the countdown again.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I try to bring myself into that, it also starts the countdown. And I don't really know how to do that, to get rid of that countdown. So at least they can see you. It doesn't matter. They've seen me, and hopefully they can hear me. So tell us a little bit. What can you see, and where are you? Well, you're somewhere near the Moscow River, obviously.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I don't know if anybody uh, can hear us because it is a testing broadcasting. Here we are on Moscow River. It is Воробьевская embankment, and the weather is basically good, but it is windy a little bit, and maybe sound of it also you can hear. This is Moscow River in front of us, and we can see how it looks like. Moscow River, we can call it as the longest street in Moscow because it's bending along Moscow, and it many districts in Moscow. They have Moscow River because Moscow basically is staying on the Moscow River. In front of us, we can see uh, on the long distance high building. It is a skyscraper, but not modern skyscraper. It was built. I see even two skyscrapers here. They were built during Stalin era, and on the right side, I think it is Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and now it is time uh, last days of May, the time when these beautiful flowers are flowering, uh, lilacs. We can see how it looks like. Of course, it is very good to be here because of smell of these flowers. Also, it is we can see from time to time. I see on the distance one ship is coming toward us, but it is not for tourists. Probably tourists be here later, a little bit later, It is also sport area. Let me go to another part of it. Here we can see a lot of people who are riding on the bicycles and on the rollers, walking. Actually, now it is not a lot, but after midday, it is relatively crowded.
Hmm.
That's basically about the place where I'm staying now, and I'm ready to answer for questions if they will be.
Yeah, and Anatoly, just for you, because you wanted the live stream link on YouTube. Can you see that? I just posted it. Hopefully, yeah. Now it should be
Uh,
there. It's actually posting the actual video.
yeah,
So hopefully
okay.
you can copy that now because now it has a number. Okay, so can you turn the camera back because I saw two chimneys there, red and white chimneys. Is that a power station or what is it?
Yes, it is a power station, and
Okay.
this power station is working on gas,
Ah, okay.
and
So it's really clean.
it produce also not only electricity but also warm energy. And we have a central heating system in all cities in Russia and in Moscow too. And through the hot water it delivers to our houses.
Mhm. And what is the temperature right now? It looks a little bit overcast, but I think well, we heard that already. It's a little bit windy, but what is the temperature right now? And by the way, what's the time if someone is watching us from a totally different time zone?
The time is here now almost midday, a little bit early, and the temperature maybe almost 20 degrees in Celsius, maybe a little bit less.
Mhm.
This is, we can see here, the ship. It is probably for removing trash, something like this. Oh, seagull.
Is it trash or is that to get the sand out of the
For
riverbank?
cleaning, I don't know. Maybe for cleaning, I'm not
Uh,
sure
uh
what it's doing here. And now we can see the next ship, small, a very small, almost as boat, but it is a ship for tourists, and that's another way to go to have trips in Moscow. Quite popular,
and,
especially for
uh,
tourists.
and it looks almost like a hovercraft or so. Does it have that huge propeller in the back? Because I saw that when we did the other live stream the other day.
I'm not sure about it, don't know construction. We can see that it is empty now. Probably people here in Moscow, tourists, EP crowd, we would see in the second part of the day.
Uh-huh.
Probably because today is Sunday, people stay in the first part of the day at homes, and it is why we have here not so crowded space around, and not
And
so
how
much.
far away approximately are you from the Kremlin? I think that's about the center of Moscow, isn't it? The Kremlin?
Yes, Kremlin, the center of Moscow. Let me think. I think by walking we can reach it maybe in 2 hours, probably maybe 20 kilometers.
Wow, that far away. What direction would it be? Would it be over the river on the other side or where?
I'm looking now toward it and pointing
Okay, so
my
that
camera.
direction. Mhm.
Yes, we can. How we can reach Kremlin? we need to reach this bridge.
Uh-huh.
After this bridge, there is another bridge, maybe twice or three times distance, as we can see for this bridge. After we crossing next bridge, we need I don't know how many, maybe half hour, maybe 1 hour to reach Kremlin. It is inside of Moscow. It is a very low distance because Moscow is a very huge city, and actually it is not a long distance. It is close to center. It is located, um I would say, almost in the center of Moscow, this area. But it doesn't look like center of Moscow. Probably it is a strange. It has strange effect because it is on the hills, and we can translate it as sparrow hills,
Mm-hmm.
birds, and it is a historical name of it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we can see after these trees, after this hill, uh, relatively heavy traffic jam, usual city. But here, I'm staying here. We can't almost we can't hear sound of a big city because, as I said, it is a rounded hill from this
Mm-hmm.
side, and on the other side it is a sport area, Luzhniki. Sport area, actually central sport area in Russia, and here in Luzhniki, for example, we welcomed championship in football, and if somebody watched the final when Horvatian team won, and
Mm-hmm.
also participated in this French team, and it started heavy rain
Mm.
and
Okay,
puts.
Anatoly, we have our first question from Bernie Dule. It's really tiny. I think I need my glasses. So let me bring it in, or let me try that. No, I don't want to view the profile. Oh boy. How can I bring in the so for the viewers who might view us, it's our first time doing a HAPS broadcast, so I'm still struggling with the technical side of the broadcast studio because I just want to try to bring in the comment, and I tried it before, but it doesn't give me the choice right now. I'll present on screen. That's a little bit and it's not really working. Did it work? Oh, there it is. So that they should really change because it darkens my whole screen. I can't see anything when I click on the commentary. So Bernie was asking, "Where are you in Russia?" And I already answered that in the chat. So Anatoly is in Moscow, and he just said, "I don't know if you just came in, Bernie." He's about approximately 20 kilometers away from the Kremlin. That would be the center of Moscow. So you probably know Moscow is a huge city in Russia. Anatoly, how many people are there in Moscow? Is it 9 million or so?
It is more than 10 millions. I
Wow.
don't know exactly, maybe between 10 and 15 millions
Wow.
people.
Okay. That's really huge. So, would you approximately know the dimensions of the city of Moscow? Because you just said it's from where you are right now. That is already 20 kilometers away from the city center. So, approximately, I think Moscow is kind of like a round shape. What would the dimension be like? Is it 50 kilometers or?
I'm not sure about it. Maybe I calculated wrong. I think for reaching by walking Kremlin, it needs 2 hours. If we calculate it 5 kilometers in an hour, probably 10 kilometers from Kremlin,
Okay.
almost center. Don't know dimension of Moscow, but as I said, it is almost in the center. This area is located not far away from central part, and Moscow, yes, it is surrounded by few rings.
The
Basically,
the the
Moscow.
motorways, no? I think I had another live stream with someone else from Moscow, and he showed us around Moscow as well. They have two rings of motorways around Moscow, no, on the
Yes.
outskirts. Yeah. Anatoly, on that side of the river, would there be any parks, any sculptures or so? Because I think I remember faintly that you showed us some sculptures or so. Or are you in a totally different location today?
It is not far away from here. I have now my weekend trip on a bicycle. You can see my bicycle now. But for reaching this area, it is also a part of the park, this embankment. We can see maybe last it is bending Moscow River, and twice from it there is another embankment, Andreevsky embankment. After that, the first park, literal translation of it, not garden, garden. After that, Gorky Park, and after Gorky Park, Park Museum, which has sculptures, which I described to you.
Hmm.
On the other side of Moscow River, as I said before, sport area is located with the biggest sport arena with roof and
Yeah.
without roof too.
And there in the far distance, I see two other tower blocks. It looks to me. Is that just normal a normal residential area, or would that be also some other center in Moscow? I don't know.
On the left side, I think it is usual buildings,
No,
and
no, more to the right. More to the right.
on the right,
Now
it
it's
is a
it's on the
sport.
left because you just turned your camera.
It is related to sport, like
Okay.
trampoline, the beginning of trampoline, and also it is maybe now it is a part of rope way. I'm not sure how you can translate it. Uh, when sitting place cabins, they are moving on the rope.
Mhm. And that ship that is just passing, would that be also a tourist ship, or is it a private
Maybe
one?
maybe it is a restaurant.
A
It looks
restaurant.
like
Okay.
yes, but not big.
Uh,
Sometimes we can see bigger ships, bigger restaurant here.
and would it be operating right now because of the Corona crisis? Could you actually dine on board right now?
Yes, we can, but it is empty. I think it is moving toward the first station, first point. But now we don't have restrictions for these events. We need only to wear masks and so on, not so crucial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's look to sport area, sport part of this river. Okay, let's stay here for a while. Here we can see some bicyclists coming. It is very popular now. I know not only in Russia but in other countries. Just 1 or 2 weeks ago, we had similar broadcasting from Brazil and we had similar recording. I mean, people on the bicycles.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to ask: is cycling? I know you are on your bike a lot. Well, during the summer, probably not so much during the winter. But is cycling popular in Moscow, generally speaking?
Yes, it becomes more and more popular every year. This year, we see on our streets also lots of electrical, not bicycles, but how it is a little bit simpler. People can stay on it. I don't know how we can call
Mhm.
this vehicle device. Can stay
And
with it.
would that also be a normal road, or is it exclusively for cyclists? That
Uh,
there.
no, only special transport can go
Okay.
here. It is free of traffic, usual traffic.
And that goes all along the Moscow River, or how far could you actually bike on that special lane, approximately? You probably
Uh,
don't know
I think,
exactly what.
yes, I think maybe 10 kilometers toward this direction we can go on the bicycle without
Wow.
with cars. Yes, it is reserved for these activities, for sport, for relaxing, and so on. Now, as I said, it is the first part of day and not so crowded. But if we go toward this direction, it is closer. It would be closer to the central park.
Yeah.
Probably people abroad Russia know this name Gorky Park because
Gorky Park.
there is
Well, that's a pretty
a
famous
movie.
name.
Yes, a movie with this. I think it was also shown in uh, movie about spies, James Bond.
Yeah,
There is that one
yeah.
episode about it.
Something like that. um, yeah, I'm trying to get Florin in, but it seems I think he said he doesn't have Chrome installed on his Mac. So that's probably the reason why he's not able to actually join us here in the call. But at least he's in the chat, so that's good.
Mhm.
And again, for people who might be watching us, please don't be too hard on us. We're just testing it basically. And for the people who might be interested generally in things like that, showing other countries, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will do another live stream with David from Brazil today. It was planned at what's the time? It would be 1200 hours UTC. Or mm, yeah, let's leave it at that. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen him online, so maybe something came up on his side. But as soon as I know, I will post something on Habs. That should also be interesting. It's from Fortaleza and it's next to the ocean, so it's really nice. And Brazil usually has really good weather, you know. But even Moscow has good weather, so it's slightly overcast as I
Yes,
can see, but it looks pretty nice.
tourists are coming.
Yeah.
We can see
Are there actually
tourists
people on
visit.
board? I can't really see that in my
Yes,
like
yes,
little
people.
tiny screen.
Yes, and on the first floor restaurant. Actually, I need to cancel this to stop broadcasting,
Okay.
participating in this because I got a telephone call and I need to answer.
Yeah.
And
So,
yes,
Anatoly, because it was just a test basically, and I think it worked, kind of worked. At least it looked okay for me. letting aside the little hiccups at the beginning of the stream with our countdown thingy. So let's leave it here. Let's end the broadcast. And again, for people who might be watching us right now, um, uh, fingers crossed, I might be able to do another live stream today with David from Brazil. He would be broadcasting from Fortaleza in Brazil. Also a pretty big city. I think they have something like 4 or 5 million people. Not as big as Moscow, but yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Anatoly, for showing us Moscow, and we will probably do more in the future.
Okay, thank you very much
Anatoly
for
has time.
watching it.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone who was watching us, and bye bye.